Hello and welcome. My name is Matt Bradley, and today we will be talking about unified communications and specifically how Microsoft Lync Server provides the tools and functionalities to revolutionize how people work and collaborate in today's business world. Now to get started, let's talk about what UC is. So what is unified communications? Well, one definition that I like describes it as integrated communications across any device or platform that optimize business processes. Now while there are many components of unified communications, I believe they can all be broken down into the 6 most common areas. Let's take a look. First of all, we have voice and telephony. Now this is the ability to make and receive calls and can be achieved with a desk phone or soft phone. Next, we have conferencing. This area is comprised of your voice conferencing, your video conferencing, and web conferencing. Think WebEx in that instance. The third component surrounds messaging or unified messaging, which includes email and voicemail and the integration of the two. Next, we have presence and instant messaging. Now, when we take a look at presence, I believe this is one of the most impactful features of UC. Presence is the ability to see in real time the availability of individuals that you want to communicate with. You can tell if they're busy, in a meeting, presenting as I am now, away from their desk, or offline altogether. Now, the fifth component of UC has to do with clients. UC clients enable access to multiple communication functions from a consistent single interface. These come in different forms, such as desktop applications, mobile clients for smartphones or tablets, web-based clients, and specialized clients you'll find as embedded clients and desktop phones. Lastly, we have communication-enabled application. Now these are applications that have directly integrated communications functionality. You have collaboration applications, contact center applications, notification applications, as well as others that leverage this integration. Now all of these components together make up the complete UC framework. So now that we know what UC is, let's take a look at how it can benefit a business. First of all, it allows for consolidation. Using your existing IP-based network, you're able to consolidate your voice, your video, and your data traffic onto a single network. It provides all the tools you need for collaboration with solutions like IM, unified messaging, conferencing, video, and presence. Users are able to choose the most appropriate method to communicate for what their current needs are. One of the great benefits of the UC platform is the ability to collaborate with less travel. Presence, conferencing, audio-video conferencing allow for meetings and trainings to take place in real time without actually having to be in the same office. Now UC also enhances the ability of companies to provide better customer service. You can effectively connect a customer to the expert that can answer their questions, or you can reach out to people to get information you need. This increases the first call resolution, which overall increases customer satisfaction. Now, one of the most valuable benefits to an organization, I believe, is mobility. Users can work together and collaborate in real time regardless of their location. As long as they have a high-speed internet connection to the internet, they can have the same experience as if they were located in the home office. So now that we know what UC is and how it can benefit an organization, let's take a look at who the players are in this space. You can see there are a bunch of players in the UC space. Now, not all these companies have fully baked and comprehensive UC solutions. In fact, over the past 5 to 10 years, a pretty big gap has developed between them. Today, these companies can be broken down into 2 groups, the Tier 1 players, which include Microsoft and Cisco, and the Tier 2 and 3 players, which include everyone else. Now, the Tier 1 players have the most advanced and comprehensive solutions, while the others lack complete integration, completeness, and aren't as innovative. Now, Gartner, for the last 6 or 7 years, has ranked these players in what they call the Magic Quadrant for unified communications. So if we take a look at this, you can see the top right quadrant, that's the Magic Quadrant. You've got Cisco and Microsoft out there, and then you've got the other folks kind of throughout the rest and down on the end. Now, we've taken a look at what UC is, what the benefits are. Now let's take a look at Microsoft Lync Server and how it addresses each of the 6 aspects of UC that we discussed before. So we're going to go ahead and we'll start with voice and telephony. With the enterprise voice capabilities of Lync, you can make and receive calls. You can use your traditional desk phone. Here we have illustrated a Polycom Lync-enabled phone. Or you can use a soft phone on your PC tablet or smartphone, for instance. All of the calls use voice over IP, so as long as you're connected to the internet, you can make and receive calls just as you were in the office. Now, one really cool thing is that any link-to-link call that you make is in high definition. The audio quality from these is astonishing and sounds like the individual you're speaking with is sitting right there next to you. Next, we have the conferencing component. First, you have the ability to do voice conferencing. So this includes your standard 3-way call or a conference bridge where you have many users connected. The other component of conferencing is video conferencing. So here we have up to 5 simultaneous streams. And you can see here, here's the video conference client. Now, these folks here are going to be streaming real-time video up to your 5 people at once. Anybody else on the call is going to be down here, and it's going to be illustrated by their picture. The folks here that are blue don't have a picture associated with their account. One neat thing is you can actually take people and you can pin them up here to the real stream. So if you're somebody you always want to see, you can just pin them up there. Otherwise, the folks that are talking will kind of rotate through as the system detects them talking. And down here, you can see your video preview. The other component of conferencing, and the last, is web conferencing. So you can do ad hoc, or you can do scheduled meetings where you send out a link to folks. Here, what we have, we can see the conferencing window. We've got the participants over here where you can see everybody in the conference. You've got your menu bar down here where you can actually choose what you're going to share, whether it's you want to do the whiteboarding session, you want to share your entire monitor or a single application, much like the National University Class Live. And here, of course, you have your content. Now, one thing to note here is these folks, while they're doing a web conference, they're also on a video conference too. So all the video streams, you can see the folks up here, they can see each other as they're presenting and talking. The next component is unified messaging. Now, unified messaging within Lync, you actually use your Exchange server to store all your voicemails, unlike other solutions where you have a separate server for that. The other thing you have is you have all of your voicemails that will actually pop into your Outlook inbox, and that will also go down to your phone. So if you want to pick them up from your phone, you can. So you can see here you have a voicemail that pops into the inbox. Along with any missed calls, they'll also come into your inbox as emails. Now the nice thing about Lync is it actually has speech-to-text technology that will transcribe the voicemail right into the body of the email so you can see what the person said without actually having to listen to the email. The next component is Presence and IM. Now, as I mentioned before, Presence is an extremely powerful tool. What you see here on the left, this is the actual Microsoft Lync client that you'll see on a Windows-based or a Windows-based tablet PC. And this is the client that you pretty much is your control center. Up at the top here, you have yourself. You can see your picture. You can see your status. Right now, Brian shows busy. And you can see their location here. He's in building B3103. And that is auto-updated based upon the network they connect to. Now here you have your address bar really to type in. You can type in a number to dial out, or you can start typing somebody's name and it'll pull them up out of the directory. So no longer do you actually have to remember somebody's extension. Here you can see these folks are actually away, so they're either busy, on a call, in a meeting, and these folks are away from their desk in the yellow, so they've been away, it shows here for a few minutes. And then down here it shows Bonnie who's actually available. And so we know right now we can reach out to Bonnie with an IM, a phone call, or a video call, and she's there available waiting to take that call. The nice thing about this is you can hover on an individual here and you get your action bar where you can instant message, you can call somebody and you have multiple options to call them. You can start a video call or you can take a look at their conference, their contact card. Now over here on the right we have the instant message window, and you can see here there's actually 3 people currently in the instant message and they're talking. Here you can actually escalate down here with the action bar to a web conference, a video conference, or just a voice conference, and it'll escalate all the participants there. Now the nice thing about Lync is if you're in an instant message conference or another conference call with people, all you have to do is grab somebody over here and drag them and drop them in here to add to the conversation. So it's very quick to get people into the conversation and start conference, whether it be web, video, or voice. So next we talked about is clients. So as we discussed before, consistent user experience across devices and platforms is critical. The look and feel across the Windows, the Android, and the iOS clients is all the same. You can see here on the web client, this is for folks that don't necessarily have a Lync call, so people that are going to call into a meeting are going to get this client here, and it's going to give them the same experience as if they actually had the Lync client installed. Lastly, we have our communication-enabled applications. So you have your basic click-to-call functionality here on the left, and this is Internet Explorer where you can actually click to call. The more advanced applications such as SharePoint and Office actually have full integration in here, and you can see here, you can see the presence of the individual that's associated with this document, and you can reach out and initiate contact. And down here on the Outlook, the email, you can see that these folks are busy, these are away, and this one's available, and you can reach out and click to interact. That brings us to the end of the presentation. As you can see, the benefits from UC can dramatically change the way people work and interact in today's business world. You know, the goal of UC is to provide the same experience to the user regardless of platform or location. Lync Server provides a comprehensive set of these tools in which to enable the users to be connected. Now, in the upcoming releases of Lync, I think we're going to see further refinement and additional features that will only enhance the user experience. Any questions?